Hey folks, Mr. Movie Night back here. It's Monday and this is another Movie Reviewers 100 video. We don't have a theme this week as it's been the past couple weeks, so we can pick any film from our collection. And you know what? I got to thinking, and this is one that I just love this film. It's a childhood favorite. I saw it in the theater when I was probably 10 years old, something like that, and it transported me to a whole nother world. I did not want it to end. It just really captivated me. And it's a good family film and just a excellent movie, and it always will just kind of hold a special place in my childhood nostalgia and all this stuff. But folks, I'm talking about the 1984 Wolfgang Petersen, The NeverEnding Story. Now, I know that a lot of guys on here are talking about action films and horror films and stuff, but you know what? I like all that stuff, and as you can see, I have quite a few of everything. But you know, sometimes films like this are just very special. This is a fantasy film, action adventure also, but probably more of kind of a fantasy style. It deals with a kid named Bastian, played by Barrett Oliver, who was also in the film Daryl. It was like later on, you know, the kid that plays the robot. But basically, it deals with about a 10-year-old boy, like I say, Bastian, played by Barrett Oliver, and he lives with his father, and he's lost his mother recently, and he's having a hard time in school because he has such an active imagination. He draws unicorns, he draws, you know, he's just doesn't pay attention in class, he daydreams all the time, and it's to the point where he's kind of getting in trouble at school, and on top of that, he's getting bullied on a daily basis by these three kids that are just, you know, typical bullies. He loves to read, and that's kind of his way of escaping, you know, and dealing with the reality of his life is to escape into these books. So he's kind of an interesting kid, and but anyway, one day I think he's either going to school or coming home from school, and sure enough, these bullies show up again, and they like wind up chasing him. I think he's in New York City, it seems like, but they chase him down the street, and he ducks into this bookstore, and there's this old man that has these glasses on. He's like this, you know, a real scholarly looking old man, and he comes out and he's saying, you know, I don't know why you're in here. There's no video games, you know, there's only books. And he's like, well, I've read all kind of books. I have, you know, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I have all these books at home. And he actually impresses the old man that he has all this knowledge of books, and that he's, you know, a 10-year-old kid that reads, you know, which is kind of an uncommon thing. And anyway, the old man is reading this book called The NeverEnding Story. It's got this oracle on the front, like these snakes, kind of like a cool, like, you know, gold logo, and it's just really intriguing. It looks intriguing to Bastian. And you know, the old man's like, "Oh no, you don't want this book. You know, you know, this is not a book for you." So anyway, the old man gets a phone call. He steps out of the room, and Bastian steals the book. He takes the book. He leaves a note saying, "I will return it." But anyway, and the old man kind of smiles as he walks out, because I think he kind of wanted him to take the book, and you obviously get that impression. But anyway, he goes to school. He's late to class, so he gets a key, and he goes up to the attic in the school, which is kind of a creepy attic. He lays a blanket down on the floor, and he opens this book and starts to read. Well, when he starts to read, it transports you into the world of Fantasia, which is this very, you know, dreamlike, imaginary Fantasyland place. And it is being attacked by the nothingness, and the Empress of Fantasia is dying. And there is a warrior named Atreyu, which is a young kid that I think Bastian can sort of relate to himself in a way. He has a horse named Artex, and anyway, it's up to him to sort of try to save Fantasia from the nothingness that's just wiping everything out, and also save this Empress who is dying, and she's a childlike Empress. But anyway, there's these interesting characters. The rock biter. There's like snails that this guy rides on, and it like goes really fast, and it just is absolutely a phenomenally entertaining and engrossing movie. It really sucks you in, and you know, the whole time Bastian is reading, and he takes a couple breaks for lunch and everything, but then he dives back into the book, and the movie picks up again. So it's all, you know, the book comes to life, so to speak, on the screen, and it's just a phenomenal movie. It's well done. Their special effects are pretty cool for the time, you know, for the 80s. The music I tell you, when the film opens with those cloud sequences and the theme is incredible. Funnily enough, I thought the theme was sung by a woman, but I did some research and it's a guy named Lamal, who's not the most masculine guy in the world. But anyway, it's a beautiful song and a wonderful theme to open the film, and it really sticks in your head. And actually, all the music is just phenomenal. I don't know who did the music. Let's see. I don't know if I can even find it on here. Klaus Doldinger. Klaus Doldinger. It is a German, more of a German-based film because of, Wolfgang Petersen, who, later went on to direct action, a lot of action films and things like, what did he do? I can't come to that. I think he did A Perfect Storm, maybe, stuff like that. But anyway, I guess that's not really an action film. But rambling on, back to the NeverEnding Story. I've said a lot about this. Most of you have probably seen it. You got to check it out. If you hadn't seen it in a while, watch it again. It's just a fun, phenomenal film. It will take you out of reality and transport you into a world of fantasy. Like I say, when I was a kid, I did not want it to be over. I was hoping it was the never-ending film. But when I walked out of the theater, it felt like all this. It just felt like I stepped into a different world, back into reality. But I enjoyed this so much as a kid, still enjoy it now. It's stand the test of time. It's held up so well. Watch it again, and there you go, folks. I'm glad to have this in my collection, The NeverEnding Story. Thanks again for checking out my review, and I hope you guys have a great week, and come back and join us next week. Thank you for supporting this channel, and I will see you all soon. Peace out.